I wanted to do a video here on postures. I believe it's very misunderstood. It's been my experience that there's a very common desire in golf where one is supposed to create a posture where their back is straight and their butt is out, and how it's vital to have any chance of creating a swing that sends the ball to your target. And unfortunately, I had a similar belief when I first started teaching back in the mid-90s, and I used to do this club behind the back drill quite a bit. And what I discovered really quickly was it did not produce very good results, and in fact, it actually led to a loss of balance and in some cases lower back problems. Now, what opened up my eyes up to this were a couple of things. The first was just studying some of the greatest golfers of all time. Got some hold of some great video footage of Hogan and Trevino and Snead and Littler and Byron Nelson, Nicklaus, Watson, Player, Palmer, Ballesteros. And what I noticed was not one of these golfers had a perfectly straight or flat back. And probably the most rounded of anybody was Jack Nicklaus. And so that kind of told me that, gosh, maybe this idea of having this perfectly straight back is really not a benefit, but in some ways actually a negative. And with all these golfers back then, because there wasn't the Golf Channel or the Golf Fix or YouTube videos, I'm pretty confident that what they did was they really didn't think about their posture. They simply reacted to the target, and they moved their body in the best desirable position to swing the club and send a ball from point A to point B. And so if you watch this little pre-shot routine video of Ben Hogan, you'll tend to see that. And so it's been my experience not only in golf and other sports, but if you react to your target and if you're moving your body, you'll naturally find your balance point. I definitely don't think it's something that's taught. I think it's something that every golfer or athlete can do naturally. So your watch guy's in constant movement, and now the more he does this, he's now ready to swing, and he can find his balance point. The second avenue that really opened my eyes to this was just remember back in my younger years when I used to play a lot of sports. And whether it be basketball and shooting a free throw, you can see my focus would be on the target. I'm constantly moving. Or whether it be doing a goal kick or a penalty kick in soccer, the focus was always on where I wanted the ball to go, and I was always able to get my body in a position to send it there. Same thing here in tennis. If I were to do a tennis serve, you'll notice I'm in constant motion. Again, I'm doing that to get ready to create the shot and find my balance point. And obviously the same idea here with baseball. So to me, this something really wasn't taught. It's a pretty natural instinct. And I think you could hopefully understand how ludicrous it would sound for the coach of Albert Pujols to tell him in a very important back, hey, Albert, you got to keep your back straight. Or the coach for LeBron James before an important free throw reminding him to keep his back straight and stick his butt out. You can also imagine the coach for Andy Murray just won Wimbledon. I think you realize how ludicrous it would be to ever tell an athlete that they need to create this certain type of posture in their body where they know better than anybody where they need to be. So with that in mind, if I ever did want to change my posture, let's say for whatever reason, as I look at my posture now, where I'm possibly too rounded, which I don't think I am, if I ever did want to change my posture, I would never do it over a golf ball. If I wanted to possibly change my posture, I would begin to create some stretching exercise. But I realized that once I'm set up to a golf ball and I'm reacting to a target, my mind knows exactly where my body needs to be. And you'll notice that the more that I move, the more I'll naturally find where my body should be positioned. And so if you can begin to explore the same thing, where you don't worry about your posture, and you begin to react to your target and move around, I think you'll experience some really wonderful results. The one exercise, let's get this one here. The one exercise that I have found to be very helpful for a golfer who is struggling finding that is an exercise where I'll put, 4 or 5 balls out here, And what I'll do is I'll just hit one after the other. And so you'll watch as I'm doing this, I hit one, and then I walk to the next one. So I'm swinging and walking. And the reason I really like this is I'm simply reacting. I'm definitely not creating anything. There's no focus. And so after I hit that last golf ball, I imagine there's a fifth one. Now that tells me where my body naturally wants to be to send a ball from, again, point A to point B. So that would be the road that I would take in an effort to get your body set up. Again, I think we all know naturally where our bodies need to be, and therefore I don't see why we should do anything different in golf than we do in the other sports, whether it be baseball, soccer, basketball, tennis, shooting darts, shooting pool. I've never heard of somebody trying to create this posture. And again, the reason is we know exactly where we need to be.